Hey guys, Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to you with a Thor Love and Thunder review and discussion. I hope you've all seen it already, because if you haven't, I'm going to be giving all kinds of spoilers, so be warned. This is your warning, actually. If you don't want to have any, in fact, there's probably spoilers right here. So get out of here if you haven't seen the movie yet and you don't want to be spoiled. Anyways, guys, before we get there, if you're new here, I'm Kevin the Comic Doctor. I'm a comic book presser and CGC authorized dealer located way up in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. But I'm also a crazy movie fan. And when these awesome, we'll talk about that in a second. When these MCU movies come out, I like to come on here and talk about it. Today I got a special guest. But before we get there, guys, if you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? I am going to be having a giveaway when I hit 2,000 subscribers. I have this awesome Jim Lee Batman print signed by the man himself, Jim Lee. I'll be giving this awesome print away to some lucky subscriber when I hit 2,000 subscribers. So again, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and join in the conversation. All right, so as you can see to my... I guess I don't know what that is. That's my left, right? I don't know. You can see we're going to start with the synopsis of the movie. We're going to talk about Christian Bale and his portrayal of Gore, the God Killer. We're going to talk about Hemsworth's Thor, Natalie Portman's Jane, the Guardians of the Galaxy in this movie, Valkyrie, Korg, Zeus, all the supporting characters. Director Taika Waititi's direction. There you go. And Stormbreaker, Molnir, and Hercules and Valhalla. We're going to talk about all these things. We might go through some of them rather quickly. We'll stop and talk about a few more of these things in more detail. But first, I want to introduce to you my better half. Here she is on her YouTube premiere, my friends. Here is my wife, Allison. So hello, Allison.
Hello, out there.
Yes, she's been watching me do these videos for some time. She's seen Jack come on here and do a few videos with me as well too, and she said, "You know what? Maybe I should come on there." And
no, I didn't say that. You said you should come on.
No, I could have swore you said, "Kevin, you know, I'm really."
He's been asking me for a long time.
No, you said to me, I got to be on your show. If I'm on your show, I'll make it that much better. So, anyways, here she is, guys.
Well, it will be better for sure.
Will it be better?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if it'll be better. I hope it'll be better.
Maybe.
Anyway, again, if you're just tuning in, guys, this is a spoiler discussion of Thor Love and Thunder. So if you haven't seen the movie yet and you don't like spoilers, then this is not the place for you. However, a lot of guys don't care about, some people don't care about spoilers.
I do. I hate spoilers. I really do. You know me.
Yeah. So
he likes to see stuff and hear stuff. It ruins everything.
I don't like to see stuff before the movie. I stay off the internet before Thor.
I don't believe you, because sometimes he says things that I think came from a different source, like he's a genius, and then I'm like, no way, I think you heard that.
I'm a genius. I like that.
No, what you think?
I see the real Hyperion was here. Well, James came to me at the last comic book show and he says, "Kevin, did you hear Hercules is in this movie?" I said, "What? Don't tell me this." He goes, "Oh, it's in a post-credit scene, so it makes no difference." No, don't tell me. But I didn't tell you that.
No. But I don't think I would be that excited by hearing that Hercules.
Okay.
I mean, that's just me.
All right. Well, let's get going. Let's talk about this movie. Very excited for this. I'm always excited about these movies. She can tell you that. Mm-hmm. I buy the tickets a month in advance. Make sure we got the earliest show as possible so we can get in there and watch this movie. And so it starts. And we start off with, again, a very quick synopsis. We've got Gore's kind of origin, a really quick origin. And from there, and his motivation as to why he wants to kill all the gods. Then we get a quick cut to Thor, and he's hanging out with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they're in it very quickly, really, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, and then he's trying to find a reason to leave them. Essentially, he's got to find his path or find his way or go back to his own people. That's kind of. It was kind of odd. It wasn't really.
It really wasn't a strong
reason to leave.
Yeah.
Right?
No, yeah.
He was kind of bored with the Guardians. I don't know.
Yeah, the calling wasn't really strong.
So off he goes. He goes back to Asgard, New Asgard on Earth, and from there. While this is going on, we also see Jane Foster, and she's of course dying of cancer, and she's called to Molnir at New Asgard. And when Thor comes back, he is surprised to see his ex-girlfriend is now Lady Thor. She's now got the power, has the power of Thor, and he's all confused and turned on and all that stuff. And he's like, okay, this is kind of interesting. And they explain all that in a bit, and that's fine. And then while that's happening, Gore comes. He wants to kill Thor. He ends up kidnapping all these kids, and this whole movie ends up becoming Save the Children. So they're trying to save the kids. So the whole movie is them trying to save the kids, and they have all kinds of adventures. They go to what's that place called where Zeus was? There was a name for it. It wasn't Olympus. It was another.
Oh no, I'm not good for that.
It was this plane of existence where all these different gods and deities reside. It's like a party place, right? With all the gods. They go there.
Very heavenly.
Yeah, it's a heavenly place. They go asking for help. Zeus is a bit of a dickhead and doesn't want to help. And anyways, they steal Zeus's thunderbolt, and off they go to fight Gore. And they do fight Gore, and they win. And yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of the movie, really, in a nutshell, right? They defeat Gore.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not going to go into too much detail, but that's essentially it.
No, that was.
Did I miss anything?
No, that was it. I think it was pretty much the gist. I mean, I mean, obviously, yeah.
I mean, you go see it and check it out for yourself. But what did you think of this movie? Like, before we even get started talking about Christian Bale and Hemsworth and all those guys, overall, what did you think of this film?
I'm gonna say that I enjoyed the film for what it was. I did not enjoy it like Thor Ragnarok. I mean, it just wasn't as cool. I think the number one thing, I enjoyed it for watching like a series or you just watch an episode and you're like, okay. And I don't know, I just felt it just really didn't make me go, ooh, I want to see this again. I like, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. So I'm going to say like, it's just, in the 7 realm where you're like, you got
7 out of 10.
Yeah, because I feel like, and I think 10, like one of those points was the Chris Hemsworth, pull his clothes off scene.
Oh.
I think that really gave it the extra point.
I have to admit that. Look, I'm going to tell you, if anybody's ever seen that movie, what's it called? Oh my God. Troy with Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt comes in from the battle and he's all covered in like mud and dirt and blood. And he takes off his shirt and he's all glistening with sweat. That's a good looking man. I can admit that.
Yes.
Chris Hemsworth does a similar thing in this. When his robes come off and every single muscle, it's like, at first I thought it's like looking in the mirror. That's what I thought at first. But then
Stavros says 6 out of 10. So I said 6, but like with a 7, with it one extra point for the.
This movie to me, and it's my turn. I am done. I think I'm checking out. Marvel to me has jumped the shark. Once and for all, these Disney Plus shows, I've been talking about these for weeks. These Disney Plus shows are just okay. I mean, we're watching The Boys. We're watching Umbrella Academy. You're watching Peaky Blinders now, right? You love that show.
It's all right.
It's all right. But there's a lot of good television out there.
Yeah. So
when Disney Plus is putting out this, I'm going to say it, mediocre 6-episode format, 45 minutes. They leave everything, they make it heavy at the end where the story, how can you finish a story in 35 minutes and they never do properly? I'm tired of it. Moon Knight did that to us. It was a decent, and then they rushed it at the very end. Same thing's happening with Miss Marvel now. They kind of piled, apparently that last episode was apparently pretty good, but then how are you going to finish the story off? I don't want to go talking about that show right now, but all I'm saying is these movies, same thing to me. I went and saw Doctor Strange, really excited. Thor, since Endgame, nothing has really blown my mind. The only one that I really liked was that Spider-Man No Way Home back at Christmas time. Since then, Eternals, Shang-Chi, Black Widow. I mean, it's not been a good phase 4. I'm sorry. The TV shows are substandard as far as I'm concerned. They're watchable. They're somewhat enjoyable, but they're not like, wow. I'm not going to work and talking about them all day. We're not like going crazy about them. Same thing with this Thor. Anyways, we'll go to the chat in a little while, guys. We're just going to get through this really quick. What do you think of Christian Bale? Christian Bale, Gore.
I think he was one of my favorite parts of the movie, actually. I really liked him. I know there was controversy about the Voldemort face, makeup and stuff, but I really thought he looked beautiful as an evil villain. And I like Christian Bale. I thought they did a great job with him. And I feel like this backstory of why he was a villain there was enough substance there and quite beautiful, artistically shown with the daughter. I feel like that was powerful. And it was one of the more I felt like he was more intense than needed for Thor, though. Like, I feel like there was more of a depth to him than there really was to the
that's for sure. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, 100%. I also like Christian Bale. I thought his aesthetics, he looked so creepy. The yellow eyes and the white face, he looked very creepy. Coming out of the shadows oftentimes. very menacing. But again, his backstory, you kind of sympathize with him a little bit. He also had a bit of a sense of humor, and which I kind of liked. He kind of goofed around with the kids a little bit, kind of scared them a little bit and stuff. And it was, with that little dragon's head thing. That was kind of funny. So I really liked him as well. But you mentioned Thor, and you have Gore on one hand, who's all serious and heavy, and you got Thor. I like what Taika Waititi has done with Thor. I like how Chris Hemsworth has grown into that character ever since the first Thor film, where he was all kind of stoic and, Kenneth Branagh's version of him. And he's really taken that character and made it his own. I love it. I loved him in Thor Ragnarok. But in this movie, I said it last night, he's a friggin' idiot. Like, they made him a total buffoon.
Yeah,
he's a buffoon.
Yeah, they went too far. Like, it's just too far. Like, it was too shtick. Like, it was almost like try hard,
Yeah.
But see, Stavros wrote about the GNR, Guns N' Roses. I rocked the Guns N' Roses shirt because I feel like Guns N' Roses said, yes, put my music in your movie. And then it did, like, obviously that was awesome because Guns N' Roses throughout the story was awesome.
Yeah, having that.
But one of the best parts of the flick was, like, I don't know if it didn't have awesome 80s rock music, if it would have landed as well.
No, I don't. And the music is fantastic. I did like that as well, too. Natalie Portman, I actually liked in this film. They never really developed their love affair after, I think it was the second Thor film, Dark World, right? They didn't really do much with her after that. They showed her a little bit in Endgame, I think, when they were going and changing trying to get the stones for the Infinity Gauntlet. They just showed the back of her head or whatever. But she was excellent in this. She looked really sickly when she was sick. She looked sick. And she's a beautiful woman, but she still looked very sickly and deathly ill. And she looked awesome as Lady Thor. I mean, she was buff. And
she's one of the characters I wanted to keep because I was like, I want her to be part. Because I really am not super in love with all the female characters that we have. Like, some of them are... I just...
Try hard.
Yeah, and I just
Real
was like, okay,
hard.
here's someone it really... I really liked her. I was sad that she didn't make it. And,
well, you know what? She's in Valhalla. She could.
But I know. I think there's going to be a spin-off with the whole Valhalla. We'll come back to that though. But I feel like they're going to do something with that. I don't think we're done with Valhalla.
No, but she was excellent. Natalie Portman was good. She looked great in the part. And you know what? It wasn't her movie. People were afraid it was going to be her movie. No, it wasn't her movie. It was Thor's film. But she was a great side character. And again, if they wanted to make her Thor in the future, I would have been okay with that. She looked great. Yeah. And she's, you got a good actress in Natalie Portman. You got a great actor in Christian Bale. You're adding this talent to the movie. It ain't gonna hurt it. It's just gonna help it. It's too bad she didn't have a little more to do at the end. They got rid of her, but we'll see. I think she'll be back. Next, the Guardians of the Galaxy we mentioned earlier. Did you want to see them at the end? Come back.
Maybe, yeah.
Because they made a comment at the beginning.
Yeah, I think it would have. Then it would just have felt like it kind of, and then I agree. They needed to kind of put a bow on that.
Yeah, they could have come back and helped because. Doesn't like Star-Lord he says to him at the beginning, he goes, if you ever need your friend, look in the, if you're looking for love, look in the eyes of your friends or something like that, or some kind of comment. And it would have been, and they left them really quick. He was like, oh, okay, thanks.
It would have been better if they had come back because then you could have maybe seen him have some redemption of him being kind of a dumbass, like in the beginning scenes where he had kind of lost himself and that she, in her death, brought him kind of back to ground zero. Still funny and whimsical and, handsome and awesome. But like, I don't know, it would have been a nice opportunity to.
And he's fun with those guys too. I think he plays off those with Chris Pratt, especially quite well. Yeah. It would have been nice. And again, one of the things I liked about Ragnarok was the team up. Mm-hmm. I keep saying this over and over again in my reviews. Marvel is great for their team ups. And we have a Thor and Lady Thor team up. I get it, but I want to bring the Guardians back at the end for the final battle. He could have sure used the help. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that would have been nice. They were in it for a really quick little moment, and that was that. Okay, side characters. We got Valkyrie, Korg, Zeus, Sif, Heimdall. I spell Heimdall right? I think I did. Heimdall's kid. Any of those guys you want? Any of those people stand out to you? So we got Valkyrie, Korg, Zeus, Sif.
Well, Korg's always cute. Like, I mean, like, no, he's cute. Zeus, I thought.
Russell Crowe.
I'm not a huge Russell Crowe fan. I mean, after he played Javert in Les Mis, he kind of like, I just kind of was like, I'm done with you. But I actually found him to be quite entertaining, and I liked his little accent, and he just seemed kind of dainty. And like our daughter said, he kind of reminded me of Herod. He reminded her of Herod in Jesus Christ Superstar. That kind of just like, I'm wealthy, I'm smart, I'm flippant, and I still like Valkyrie. She's cool. Yeah, she's she's a hot lady. She's got a cool factor. I mean, I know the whole like you know, they sometimes kind of do the whole force woke thing, but I don't know. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me.
Now they did push I'm not going to go into detail, but they did push the woke thing with Valkyrie a little further this time, and they pushed it with Korg as well, which is kind of odd. I'm not going to get into it.
It was kind of cute.
That didn't
Two men rock, make a baby. Like, it was kind of...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sure there's different stories out there for kids, so why not?
Just keep your politics out of the movie. That's all I'm saying. Sorry, it's a Disney movie.
No, there's always going to be politics underlying. Yeah. Come on.
Anyways.
There's all that stuff. That's what makes it good.
Yeah, okay. I'll agree to disagree on that one.
Agree to disagree
on that one, dear. Valkyrie and Korg and Zeus all die, but don't. Right?
Yeah. Oh, that was garbage.
Die.
That was a bunch of garbage, that is.
Yeah.
That's cheap. That's just like Stranger Things part. I'm like, some people gotta die. Some of the good ones gotta die or you're not invested.
No one dies. Like, Valkyrie gets this awesome death. And my daughter called us. Oh, you called it. She was going to die. And I thought they would never kill Valkyrie off. And they didn't. But she had this awesome death scene. Just a little band. Just put a Band-Aid on there. I'll be better. And then...
walk it off.
And Zeus gets shot with his own thunderbolt right through his chest. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then Zeus kills Korg. Yep. And Korg lives and grows back, just like Groot grows back. Korg grows back too. It was just ridiculous.
Well, I don't think the Korg. I mean, I like Korg. I didn't want him to go anywhere. He's just
useless character.
But he's like a minion. Like, don't do a full show about him. Just have him there as a random moment. His little voice.
And they will. They'll do. Wait, a Korg movie's coming.
They
you watch.
Not. That would just be wrong. No. Okay, but she should have died, or Zeus should have died. Like, but I mean, how do you kill Zeus? Really?
He's the god of all gods. Is he not?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we got, you remember Heimdall from the first movie, played by Idris Elba, with the golden eyes, and he opens the Bifrost or whatever. Now his son has inherited that power. They don't introduce his son to us formally at all.
No. But you just see from the eyes and the look. Yeah. That is an assumption there.
Okay, he's a black kid and he's got golden eyes. It must be his kid.
There's no way it's anyone else.
All the kids are kidnapped, like I said earlier. And all of a sudden, this head appears. Thor, it's me. And it's this kid. Oh, it's Heimdall's son. Oh, okay. Well, that's great. Now we're meeting him for the very first time. Like, introduce him. Take 2 minutes of your screenplay and have him introduce himself, or have someone introduce him so when he appears, it makes sense. And some really sloppy filmmaking going on here. I'll talk about Taika in a minute, but that kind of crap bothers me. That shit bothers me.
I don't know. It didn't bother me
It bugged me.
I think they're
sloppy.
I think if you're gonna do that, though, they should have had some moments filmed where it just kind of like showed the evolution of the new Asgard, and then maybe I don't know.
Yeah, and no time on that at all.
No time spent on this new community. And they kind of made it like this weird like place at
Disney World.
In Disney, where like these people actually live, and then people are like tourists. I don't know. That was definitely weird.
I didn't like that. Yeah, I didn't agree with you.
I was expecting to see this beautiful city. Like, Asgard was this like fantastical, beautiful city, and they kind of really just cheesed it up. And I really think why they did that, Disney's going to have some Asgardian
probably
thing at Universal, and you're like, oh, okay, so cool. Like, I don't know. It just felt cheap.
Yeah, more time spent on that would have been nice as well, too. And Sif. Lady Sif shows up. We haven't seen Lady Sif since Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., if I recall correctly. I could be wrong. She was that one MCU character who showed up with Coulson on that show. I was like, oh, look, it's the MCU on TV. Look, and didn't last at all. It was terrible. And here she shows up. She's got no arm. And Sif was like Thor's lover in the comics for a long time. And there was that kind of tension with her in the first movie, but didn't go anywhere. She appears. She's in it now. It's just sloppy writing. Just why, after all this time, even bring her back? I don't know.
Not much to say.
Not much to say, but yeah, she was kind of useless there. Director, Mr. Taika Waititi. So, yeah, like I was saying, I thought the film was sloppy. A lot of sloppy moments. A lot of people were complaining about the comedy. I like the comedy in Ragnarok. The comedy here was forced. Yeah. Sometimes it was just like...
Which is kind of sad, because Taika was kind of known for his but maybe he's got too many projects, and I don't know. I always like his subtle oddity and weird moments, and I just felt like it was just so spoon-fed and cheesy, and like we don't mind cheese. I mean,
I like cheese,
but it's just the delivery. Yeah, like, and I think someone wrote in the group there that like, yeah, the script was lacking. Like, it just didn't have really good lines or depth that we were like, oh, that's funny or clever. We still like don't treat us like we're dumb. I don't know. Like, you have all this great stuff happening, but at the same time, it's like,
and you had 4 years to put a movie together. Like, do a good, or 3 years, I guess is the last one. I don't know.
it's just really trying to bring young people into Thor, but I think by doing it that way, you're not going to really bring them in.
Yeah, the kids know who Jane Fonda is.
No,
they know who Jodie Foster is.
No,
right. 2 jokes. Korg's introducing Jane Foster, and he goes, Thor falls in love with Jane Fonda. And then later on, he does the exact same joke, but instead of saying Jane Fonda, he falls in love with Jodie Foster. It's like, kids don't know who the hell they are. I know who they are. She knows who they are. It's not funny. It was a dumb joke. It was lame. It was dumb. It was just dumb. It was dumb.
Dan just said it. This movie was trash.
Yeah, it was, and we're gonna get that in a second. So, and then another weird thing I thought was kind of odd. I don't know how you felt. We never talked about this. Molnir versus Stormbreaker. They themselves, the hammer and the axe, were characters in this movie. They were characters. Thor was pitting them against each other.
I like that part. That was actually one of the parts I enjoyed, because he was talking to his like a jaded new wife. Like, she was all like, you like her still, I think. Like, and it just, there was like that, the thing didn't speak. It was this object, but he really, I thought that was actually clever.
Like that?
I like that. Okay. I actually really enjoyed that thoroughly.
And what about the goats? I didn't mention the goats on here.
The goats! Okay.
The screaming goats.
Screaming goats are just really funny.
At first they were funny.
But after a while, you're just like, but I kind of felt like the goats didn't have their real moment. Like, why are you there? Like, I thought they needed a moment where they actually got magical or did something to really just save the end of the day. Like, if you didn't have these stupid, annoying, loud goats, but there was never a reason. It was just, they're funny goats.
No explanation as to why they're screaming.
Because they're all over, like, YouTube. So everybody loves us. Well, not everyone loves it. Nobody wants to be woke up to that.
I thought they were funny at first. But by the end, I was like, okay, enough of these goats. Like, kill them.
Well, Jackson and I still had, like, I was sitting beside Jackson, and he's, just turning 12. So he enjoyed the goats. We still laughed together. I think, too, that reference point, but I wanted more reason for the goats.
Okay, now, Hercules shows up at the center... the mid-credit scene. Hercules finally shows up. Thanks, James. And we're all happy. Those of us that bought that first appearance of Hercules during the Mystery Annual #1, congratulations, because now Hercules is going to join the fray. The guy, which movie is it? He's from a TV show. Is it Community? I don't know. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know who his son was. I couldn't recognize him. He's
on a TV show. Maybe somebody in the chat can let me know. Where is the actor from? Who's playing Hercules? Which show is he from? Hercules? Because I did read up on him, and he's from, I think it's Community, but I could be wrong. He looked great as Hercules, so we'll see what happens there. That's fun. So that could lead us to West Coast Avengers, where we have a Hercules versus Thor movie. Who knows? So much could happen. I wasn't that
excited by that.
Well, yeah, you're not a comic person, are you? I mean, you never read the books. You know.
I never read the books, but I also feel like I've watched every single piece of possible movie and culture, listening to it, living with you. But I still feel like, I don't know, he just wasn't like, I don't know, his presence wasn't like, whoa, Ted Lasso.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Craig. All right, so...
But we haven't seen Ted Lasso yet.
Well, it's on Apple.
It's on Apple TV.
We don't have
one thing we don't have.
One thing we don't have.
I gotta see that. I heard it's really great.
Right. And Valhalla. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with that. What do you think? What's going to happen with Valhalla, guys? Are they doing something with Valhalla? Let us know in the chat section. We're going to get to you guys in 1 second. What do you think's going to happen with Valhalla?
They're doing a spin-off. There's going to be some weird thing where, I feel like, because everybody, they love to do fan service. So I feel like all the goodies that died, bringing them back and having some kind of battle between, the other realms. And like, if you can go into different dimensions, why can't you go into Valhalla and come back and have some kind of battle of the gods, the living gods and the dead gods? And I don't know. I think it's got potential.
That's true,
you can bring all the people, and have like a big end game moment where you're like, have all the people who died come back. Be
But
cool.
but
Maybe
in,
like
but the
Walking
Marvel.
Dead, but
Oh, I don't mind that.
I'm
But
joking.
the Marvel universe.
That would be cool too.
But
though.
no one dies though. No one dies.
What if
though.
somebody brought the people from Valhalla back, but they're zombified?
That'd be
That would
okay.
be
I like zombies. I like zombies. Let's go over to the chat and see what you guys have been talking
Oh,
about.
Stavros is being snippy. Kevin has a bunch of books he's pressing. Grab some and start reading.
Hold on. Let's go. Let me go to the beginning here. Let's see what you guys said here. So, Lewis, James is here. Louis says, hello. Just got back this morning from Thor. Good, Lewis. Let us know what you think. What'd you think? Christian V, thoughts on CGC dinging books for eraser marks and loss of gloss from press and clean? Well, Christian, this is not really a pressing and cleaning video, but I'll answer that question really quick. If you have erasure marks, someone is not cleaning and pressing your books properly. Yeah, be careful. You have to get rid of those erasure marks. They've been doing that for a long time. And don't get me wrong, if you're going to town and you're erasing and you're not, I guess if you could miss it, you gotta crack it open and resubmit it, like clean off the eraser marks and resubmit. But yeah, they've been doing that for a long time. But whoever's doing your books, make sure they don't leave eraser marks, okay? Stavros, what the hell was all that? Yeah, okay, you saw it too, eh? It was a comedy. What the hell was all Zeus stuff? Stavros, Russell Crowe. Best part was GNR music. Stavros, yes. Stavros, 6 out of 10. It was a comedy, better than DC still. I don't know, Stav.
What?
Stavros thinks it was still better than DC.
Oh.
I don't know.
That's tough though, because that's a different genre. Are you talking about like... Oh,
It's like
okay,
Suicide Squad.
All right. Comparing that, I don't... I got a nosh on that one for a second.
Look, if I had to sit down and watch Man of Steel or this last Thor movie, I'm watching Man of Steel. That's it.
What about the last Suicide versus this one?
I don't want to watch either of them.
I know, but I feel like they...
I don't want to watch either of them. I saw them once.
Like they
I'm
have
good.
similar juju. Like, I feel like they're similar.
I tell you,
If you
man.
love the characters and you want to believe in them and you want to like the movie and you like it still, but you don't love it. And every time we want to see it, we want to love it.
Look, we went and saw Eternals. She didn't like it right off the bat. She didn't like it.
I was hard on it. He was actually like, well, you know what? I was like, no.
But then I went back and watched it on my own. I got through 40 minutes. I turned it off. Boring. It was boring. So, yeah, anyways. GNR music, we talked about that. You're right. The music is always key to any good movie, right? You have to have a good soundtrack. Quentin Tarantino knows that all too well. Hell, Zeus survived. That's right. Guardians was like a cameo. Exactly. Like Doctor Strange. Exactly. And a big problem with Doctor Strange, too. Those cameos were too damn short.
That is a pretty cool fun fact.
What's that?
Right there, they wrote the fun fact. Gore's daughter was Chris Hemsworth's daughter in real life.
Oh, okay. I think I might have heard that somewhere, but okay, that's cool. Thanks for that, James.
Wow, they don't look at all alike.
Well, she had all that weird makeup on and stuff too, right? She had all the makeup and her hair was done up and those lines on her face and stuff. But okay,
no,
that's cool.
I don't know. That's interesting. Okay, thanks for sharing.
Well, my daughter also said right off the bat, "Oh, Young Avengers," right? So
Yes,
I mean, all these
that makes sense.
these young kids are getting these powers, and she was embowed. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for?
Embodied?
Endowed. There you go. It's late, guys. It's like 9 o'clock almost. It's 9 o'clock on a Friday. Old man's tired. She was endowed with the eternity power as well, I guess. And I don't know much about eternity. But yeah, anyways, that's a cool fact. Thanks, James. Stavros, it went from total comedy to super serious. So weird. They're going to give Thor a skirt soon. Oh, what are you trying to say there?
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
You saying that you think he's going to be a girl? I think come back and answer that question, Stav.
Yeah, we need more detail.
More
I
detail.
don't know where we're going with that. Is that getting political? Or are we getting like costume change? Or are we talking like by Thor?
Are you referring to his daughter taking over the mantle with Stormbreaker? Is that what you're saying? Let me know. Zeus was horrible. Stavros, I don't think you gave it a 6. I think you gave this movie a 3. Never mind.
Yeah,
I didn't love Zeus either, man. I know you liked him.
No, but
I didn't love it either.
I'm just saying, like,
it was weird.
It was weird, but it was memorable.
Terrible Greek accent.
I don't know. Sometimes the weird stuff that's wrong is memorable.
It was like a cheap, terrible Greek accent.
It was terrible though. But
and Stavros is Greek. Stavros is Greek.
Okay, but it's a comedy.
Okay, but still.
Shtick.
Stavros, 1 to 10. How is Russell Crowe's Greek accent? Come on.
They're debating about it here.
James, too, you're Greek as well.
JP
Real
was like,
Hyperion.
is that a believable Greek accent? It sounded like Italian to Greek.
Well, that's what I mean. But the Greek guy, we got 2 Greek guys in here. Let us know. JP, was that a believable? Okay, yeah. Sounded like between Stavros, would cost too much to develop the kid. Well, we'll see. Thought it was an amusement park. Okay, Mr. Scorsese, whatever you say.
No, the place. We were talking about Asgard. And it was. It felt like an amusement park. I thought it was a back. That was a back.
It was an amusement park. They said that, right? But
yeah, but that's my point.
But it's funny.
People were living there.
But yeah, it was kind of strange. It was like, and it's funny you said amusement park because Scorsese called Marvel movies an amusement park ride. I like Sanj Prasad. This movie was trash.
Tell us how you really feel. Don't hold back.
Don't hold back, and I think I agree with you. Blade Man is here. Steve. How's it going, Stevie? Sing It Tuesday is as good as Ragnarok. No, Steve. But you're paying $2 at the local like $2 Tuesday theater, right? Or $4. It's worth $4. It's worth $4.
It's worth the ticket.
Yeah.
Come on.
You got to see it. You see,
I don't know.
I'm glad I saw it.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm saying though. Is we have high expectations. So, but it's still it was still a great afternoon watching a flick at a movie. I don't know.
I'll tell you. About 45 minutes, and my daughter turned to me. I'd like a dad to you, and I'm like,
she did that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And I said, honey, I don't think I like this one. Craig says Ted Lasso. That's where the guy who plays Hercules came from. The Real Hyperion says Brett Goldstein is from Ted Lasso. Thank you guys for clearing that up. Stavros says Kevin has a bench of books he is pressing. Grab some and start reading. You know, Stavros, funny you should say that. Stavros has got a lot of big books back there.
Stavros is quite...
Maybe I'll let Allison read them first and then work on them. Have you ever worked on a comic book before?
Nope.
Oh.
Do I need to?
No, Stavros' books are okay. You can start with his.
I do other things. I feed Kevin.
Yes.
I
and
make sure his...
What? Easy does it.
We are celebrating our anniversary this month. That's the reason I'm on the show today.
That's right.
So that was actually the reason, the Love and the Thunder. We were debating.
So who's Love and Thunder?
And who is the Thunder? Because I felt like he was more Love and I was more Thunder. But he was like, no, I think you're more Love and I'm Thunder. But
yeah, 19 years married.
Yeah.
This time on the 19th.
19th right? on the 19th.
19th on the 9th. What's that called? It's the
champagne.
Our champagne anniversary. So I may have to take one day off.
We might have to just go to the local keg. It might be crazy.
Yeah, crazy keg night. Keg night! Keg night!
I think Vegas is a little bit more.
Vegas would be all right. Thor was all the... sorry. Kevin, okay. Stavros, Thor all the way versus Suicide.
Yeah, he's saying...
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Best superhero was the bunny.
The bunny? Remind me. The bunny? Which part was the bunny?
I'm thinking of the bunny.
Bunny.
I don't...
What bunny?
What was the bunny?
Was there a bunny?
I can't.
The kid at the end had the stuffed animal bunny.
Oh, with the laser eyes.
The laser eyes.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
that was good. All right,
and that part with the kids?
Actually, that was one of the things. Okay, it was cheesy, but I thought it was also like, why not? Like, how many other movies? Everyone needs more superheroes. If you could make a whole bunch of little superheroes with a little army of kids, they're brilliant.
They're fighting Thanos. Why doesn't he do that to all the everybody, all the Wakandans, all the Doctor Strange guys? Here, have the Thor power and help me fight.
That's a good point.
Yeah, good point.
Why is he? That's a good point.
Yeah. Well, let's use it today. Today, I'm going to make these little kids have the power of Thor. I could have given the power of Thor to Tony Stark or to Steve Rogers when we were fighting Thanos. But no.
Was that because he had Zeus's
no, he just
bolt?
No, he just gave it to him, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that kind of crap I don't like. The new powers. He's
Eternity's. Okay.
Eternity's avatar is Captain Universe. Okay. Is she going to become Captain? I don't know this much. I have not read much about this. Is this girl going to be Captain Universe eventually? Is that what you're saying? The Real Hyperion says, I didn't mind Zeus. I liked when he did his Thunderbolt demonstration. That was cool. And I like when he killed Korg. But keep Korg dead.
Yeah.
Keep him dead. Blade Man, $650 is the cost. I'm on a fixed income. Give me a break, Steve. He's like your dad. He came out of Hydro. He's fine. He's doing just fine.
Those triple hour shifts.
Triple hour. Oh, no, he's retired now. He's retired. Oh, come on, Stevie.
3 pensions later.
Exactly. Come on, Steve.
My dad would say, if I had your money, I'd burn mine.
Burn mine. In fact, Steve, you should take all of us to the movie and to the keg after.
Yeah. Expecting
it. Stavros, concerning Thor, I feel they are watering down strong characters, making them soft. Even Loki makes strong characters weak. How about the Hulk? That's a great example, right? Yeah.
True.
I like what they were doing with Thor. I liked his quirkiness, his corniness. I like when he was fat in Endgame. I freaking love that.
Yeah.
And now he's just a moron.
Why'd you like it when he was fat?
Because he looked like me. He looked like me.
He's like, he's a superhero, but he's got a little gut.
He's a dad bod like me. I love it.
Yeah.
It was great. And then but then they make him, now he's just a moron. He's just stupid. He's like,
Well, he came back.
yeah. So basically, the only reason Jane Foster likes him is for his body, because he's not got any intellect to share with her.
Well,
Yeah.
when you look like Thor, really, how much talking you need to do.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's okay. Stavros, concerning the Greek accent, 2 out of 10. There you go. 2 out of 10. Stavros, concerning reading my books, as long as you press them. You want her to press them? She's never pressed a book in her life. But okay, if you say so, Stavros, they're yours. They're back there.
I probably could,
Yeah, I'm sure she could.
We are very battle royale when it comes to skill set.
Yes. Love could be singularity in the comics. Love could be singularity in the comics, JP says. They were Asgardians, and he used Zeus's power. Yeah, I found all that kind of strange too. How he goes, well, I should look up to Zeus, and Zeus was like the god that I looked up to, and Hercules, and I don't know. It was kind of strange. They've never mentioned the Greek gods before, and all of a sudden they do now. It was just kind of strange. And now instead of holding Molnir, I did find it weird he was using the Greek Zeus's thunderbolt when he has Molnir, which is like a super amazing, powerful weapon.
I think he killed him with it because he was so angry and hurt by his good friend being murdered in front of him. He didn't realize he was going to live, right? So that was an instinct.
No, he asked to borrow it, didn't he, at first? I borrowed
he did. But then when he killed his buddy, he was like, okay, I'm going to use it against you. And I don't know.
Brouhaha's in the house. How you doing, Brouhaha? What's going on? Good to see you. I haven't talked to you in a long, long time. Stavros says, congrats on 19 years. Thank you, Stav. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Blade Man Steve says, I'm up for the keg. Roy wants to go. Oh, excellent. Make it happen. We're there. Stav says, Zeus's part should have been omitted. Did they get the rights to use them? You don't know rights. I think he's just joking there. There's no rights for Zeus or Hercules, or they're public domain.
Public domain.
Public
Might as
domain.
well use them.
Anyway, guys, we've been going for about 45 minutes. Let's go back to our big screen here. And Allison, final thoughts. Should they go and see Thor: Love and Thunder, or should they pass and wait for it to come out on Disney Plus?
Oh, I always say go see it. Reviews are reviews. There's been many a time I've seen a review and I don't agree with it. But there's times I'll be like 100%. But I really think that it's like reading a book. It's up to you to make your decisions. But overall, I think it was still an enjoyable 2 hours spent at the movie theater. Support the industry, a nice time with the familia, and then you could drive home and talk about it, fight about it. Really, it's quite fun that way. So I'm gonna say, go see the movie.
Look, if you're a Marvel fan, you've gone this far. You've done phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Now we're at phase 4. Yeah, I guess go and see it. I did. And I think we got to start tempering our expectations. I know I sure as hell do. I go into these Star Wars movies. I go into these Marvel movies with these great, hopes they're going to be the best thing I ever saw. And I'm let down like Obi-Wan Kenobi. What a piece of trash. Over and over and over again, I'm let down again and again and again. Just temper expectations. Go into the movie.
Everything can't be awesome.
No, it can't be.
No, because how would you have something great if you don't know what's mediocre?
But
you gotta have that pendulum.
But Marvel gave us a long stretch of really good movies. Like
so
there were like
they're
7
some basics
from some stinkers. There was like 7, 8, 9 in a row. Bang, good. Like Civil War, Winter Soldier. I mean, the Avengers Ultra. They're all good. The Ant-Man movie. They're all good.
I still think kids will appreciate the movie too. They're not going to dig in the way you are.
No, I know. I again, temper your expectations. Go on out, enjoy. There are some funny parts to it. It's a good film. Is it a great film? No, it's not a great film. It's not a great film. Is it Endgame? No. Is it Winter Soldier? No. But it's a part of the story. If you have enjoyed it this long, then I guess go out and check it out. We got a couple more comments here. Let's see what they're saying here. James, I'm not sure if you got my text today, but I will be coming to the shop tomorrow. No, I didn't get your text today.
Because
Rogers is not working. Guys.
It's been down for over 24 hours.
If you happen to be watching this, don't come to the shop tomorrow. Wait till next week. James, you told me. Thank you for doing so. I'll get it organized now, but I wouldn't have had them with me. So anybody else, don't just show up, because my phone did not work today. I got no texts today. So I should have just closed down tomorrow, is what I should have done. But I've got guys coming in from last week, so that's why I'm going. So you're good to go, James. I'll bring yours. And then Stavros says, go see the screen versus the TV cannot compare. Atmos recommended. Stavros is right, as my wife is right as well. Alison is always right. Go to the movies. Holy cow. It's a little good. It's a fun night out. I love going to the movies. Any movie I love going to see. And Stavros says, name the 3 top Marvel movies in your book, Kevin. Oh boy.
That's a loaded question.
Ragnarok's up there. Ragnarok. What's the other one I like? I liked Civil War. And Endgame, I guess. Endgame or any, and then the Spider-Man. I mean, the 3, yeah, probably like even Winter Soldier. The Captain America films are really good. Yeah, so, but probably Ragnarok, Endgame, and Civil War. But I could swap a few of those out. But yeah, those are my favorites. And you'll notice all of them have lots of characters. Because I love the interaction of the characters. I love the banter between, Bruce Banner and Tony Stark. I like the banter between Captain America and, we're out of focus, and Tony Stark. I love all that, And I think right now what's happening in the MCU, and I mentioned this with another show I did a long time ago with Robert R. Burnett. They are trying to find their footing now because Chris Evans is gone. Robert Downey Jr. is gone. Chris Hemsworth's got one more and he's gone. And they have to, these are the core, the founding fathers, and even, what's her name? Scarlett Johansson, founding mother as well of this universe. And they're all gone. Will they come back? Probably at some point in some way, shape, or form, but they're not going to be making 3 or 4 or 5 more movies. They're gone. So this is the MCU and Kevin Feige trying to figure out how, trying to get their footing for the next chapter. Would there be a Fantastic, led by the Fantastic Four or the X-Men? It's going to be a strange time, and they're just trying to figure things out. So we'll see. Anyways, White Shadow says all good choices. Thanks a lot. But I'm gonna say this one, Black Widow, probably my lower. I'm not sure if I prefer Dark World over. You don't remember Dark World, do you, with the elves? Thor: Dark World, the second Thor movie. You remember that? Probably.
Barely.
Yeah, I don't know if I prefer that one over this Love and Thunder. Oh. Yeah, and people always called Thor: Dark World a piece of trash, but I don't know if I preferred it more than this. My favorite is Infinity War. Bad guy wins in the end. Gotta love the bad guys winning in the end, right? You're right. That's true. I love that Thanos actually won. Did we lose?
Yeah.
Love that. Empire Strikes Back, right? Awesome. Gives you that nice. You're dying to see the next chapter, right? Because they lost.
Yeah.
That's great. So, anyways, guys, I'm all parched. I've got to prepare some books now because apparently James is coming. Stavros, I really like the first Doctor Strange movie. I did too. Doctor Strange, the first one was pretty good. I like the first Ant-Man. I like the second Ant-Man as well. Guardians #1 was pretty good. Guardians #2, I liked the one with Douglas, Michael Douglas, not Michael Douglas, not Kirk Douglas. What's his name? Oh my Lord, totally off. It's not Douglas at all.
Who are you trying to name?
What
character?
Hold on. It's getting old, guys. It's
Getting?
Shush. What's his name? In Guardians of the Galaxy 2, the villain, played by Kurt Russell. My gosh.
Oh,
Kurt Russell.
I didn't even know who you were going for.
Yeah, Kurt Russell. He was a good villain, man. He was playing the planet.
He was great.
That was great.
Yeah.
And when he tells Quill that he put the cancer in his mother's head, he basically murdered his mother. Yes. He's like, "You what? He didn't know you killed mom?" Mm-hmm. Oh, that was great. Man, there's some good stories out there, But they can't all be winners, But what can I say? Anyways, guys, listen, we've had Alison on here for a whole hour. I can't believe she did that for us. So thank you very much for
the first time
for coming out and doing this.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Well, that's not
Comic
a problem.
Doctor.
No, it's okay.
It was really special. Get to meet some of your friends and see what you do in here at night.
These are the guys.
So when I have to be quiet and make the dogs quiet, I know what you're doing.
Yeah, you know what we're doing. Will you come back for another video in the future?
I would love to come back.
Whoa!
Yeah, so I guess if the public likes me poking the bear,
there you go.
Be here, but if
all
not,
right,
it's okay too.
All right. Well, thanks so much for coming out. I certainly appreciate it.
Oh.
Nice. Yes. All right. Thanks. All right, guys. Listen, thanks so much for coming out. I do have to prep comics for tomorrow. I got a few guys coming, James being one of them, to the shop tomorrow. And I hate doing it in the morning, so I do it right now when I log out of here. But thank you so much for coming out. What did you think of Thor: Love and Thunder? Let us know in the comment section below. And hey, remember, always comment on my videos, because that's how I end up choosing the winners of those amazing prizes that I give out when I hit those momentous occasions. Next one being 2,000 subscribers. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Until next time, all the best. See you again later. Bye for now.
Bye.